What is up, y'all? Bo the Potato back here again for another match of AoE 2. We've got Cumans versus Persians. We've got our Persian player. Nope, this is, sorry, Cuman player, Jonathan. 1045 elo looks like, both right around 1050. Buddy Dargas over at 1067. I don't know a whole lot about the Cumans, so I'll probably be referencing their tech tree as we're watching this one go. Looks like he's got turkeys, berries up front, 4 tile gold in the front and main gold in the back, stone in the back. So this is a nice secure little wood pile here. Same there, those walls could just be toasted. We got our relics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slightly favoring the Cuman player. And here we've also got both golds in the back, berries in the back, but the stones are up front. So that may make his stone collection a little more difficult if the Cuman player is out early. Excited to see how this one goes. Both keeping tight idle TC times to start. Getting turkeys over here. I did make a real minor adjustment to the villager volume and the nature volume, I think, hoping to make it a little easier to identify when things like turkeys or sheep and other matches are picked up. Hopefully that works well. Any input on the sound settings or stuff like that that I need to modify, of course, just let me know. Nice, did a good job deleting the walls there. Can make use of this tree space. This is probably like a really good spot for a lumber camp because it's covered to some degree on 3 sides and then maybe over here too. Heck, there might be a little 2 tile space in there. I can't quite tell. How are we starting out over here? We got the 4 on wood, 4 on wood, 7 each on food. No one has touched their gold or stone. And the pop should be tied at 11. Again, this idle TC time, very tight for both players. 6 villies, and the boar lure begins for Cumans. And let me actually pull up their tech tree to see what this player will be going for, or trying to use in this match here. Cumans, I think they're the ones that get the Siege Workshop and Rams and whatnot in the Feudal Age. Yeah, Siege Workshop and Battering Ram available in the Feudal Age. Capped Ram upgrade available in Castle Age. Additional Town Center can also be built in Feudal Age. Interesting. Archery ranges and stables cost minus 75 wood. I thought that might be kind of cool to try. Cavalry 5% faster each age starting in Feudal. Nice. They've got a Cav Archer, the Kipchak, as their unique unit. Steppe Husbandry, light cavalry, and steppe lancers. Cavalry archers trained 100% faster. Teal's got the boar lured in there. I love this animal queue on the side. I've just figured out that that is a wise thing to do because I hate it when the villagers make their own decisions about what to kill next. Nice, and going straight from boar number, what do we got? And that boar's dried up. Nice, going straight from boar number 1 to boar number 2 without any, what are they, herdables in between. Same here, looks like he is got a little bit of food decaying off the end of the first boar as he picks up the second one. 4 now on berries, 4 and 14, 4 and 12. Idle TC time is not a villager different. So what do we have? Did Loom come in perchance? I'd assume that'd be one of those things. Let's check on the villagers. I think that's a thing to do. Range. Where are those stats? Kills, resources. I don't see armor on the villager. Oh no, we are at the same number of villagers, 21 each. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh yeah, gold has come down. Well, I'll have to figure out what that was. Oh, here we go. Loom is almost done now. There we go. So loom has come in now. Let's see if I can see that on the villager. There we go. Okay. I am learning. That's where I'll see those things. 4 villagers on one lumber camp, 3 on the next here, 7 and 15, 6 and 14. So a little heavier, 15 now. Scouts are working their way out in the center, and a mill is going up to take in the hunt. We'll see if he uses I think that's the 4 villagers is ideal, though I learned recently through watching another one of this guy's games that Goths have more efficient villagers and can do it with 3. Llamas coming in here, looks like just turkeys being taken. Have any of that fancy deer pushing or taking yet? Or have they already been taken? I don't see deer. And the deer are coming down here, so he must have taken the deer already and been pushing them in. Scouts are still running about. Let's see what each player is looking at view-wise. All right, knows where they are. Whoops. I'll do a little quick swap. Let's see if it goes to the other side. Okay, wow. Argus clearly has some better scouting here and a point lead that kind of reflects that. A little bit more idle TC time, but nothing real significant. The Cuman player looks like they're running a little bit higher APMs though. Probably scout clicks is my guess. I'd have to go back and see what their scout's looking at right now. Nah, I don't even think that's it. Beats me. All right, worker efficiency pretty similar. Gathering time. Amount of time the workers have spent gathering. Okay. Builder, eco, moving time. Okay, okay. Still learning these menus. I was looking at one of the T90 videos recently, and he has an idle TC, and then like a overall like efficiency or economic efficiency stat. And I don't think it's one of the ones here, and I'm curious if there's something I need to modify in my layout, but I'm not going to mess with it in this game. Okay, blacksmith and market have gone up. This being I think it's an arena map. I would normally expect well, maybe not, buildings to come out front to reinforce the wall. We got houses coming out to that effect here. Other thing about this arena match, all flat. I can't remember if arena actually has a textured map at any points. So please let me know if somebody happens to know that offhand. I think that's one of the things that I found most surprising about coming back to the game is that, oh, here we go. So he's using that second feudal TC, puts it on his forward gold and wood line. Again, I'm not a pro here, but I probably would have tried to put the TC right over in this area, just to the right. That way it has potential to shoot if somebody tries to come and like claim this gold or take it from him. And it blocks his villagers while they're cutting wood and gold, makes it easier to pop inside and be protected. But hey, it's his base, not mine. Double bit axe and horse collar both in for both players. And Castle Age comes in for our Persian player. So he is there, and Jodatan has not even clicked up. Not even, I guess, doing a little bit more boom. 36 villagers now here, so excuse me, certainly making use of that second TC to be producing. And just to be sure, he is cranking villagers from both, 3-3. It's got to be like a fast imp, is what I have to assume will happen here. And then take advantage of the power spike with the Cumans. Real quickly, what I was saying about my map insight is that I appreciate anything you have to comment or share about your knowledge because I'm certain it's greater than mine. But I'd love to see, just kind of what tips and tricks as we play through maps you've noticed or things that are consistent or have helped you. For instance, if these maps are all flat for arena, that would be good to know. I know Gold Rush usually has a mountain. Gold Pit obviously has a hole in the middle. But just neat stuff. Arabia, for instance, I heard survivalists talking about how you have 3 or 4, or you either have between a 2 and a 4 wood line start or something like that. And now actually it might have been Hera, come to think of it. I can't remember. But either way, most Arabian maps have a certain number of wood lines. Your gold's going to be in a certain position. And a lot of those things will dictate how you then open the game, which I have nowhere near the game sense to think about at the time that it's happening. But hey, we're living and learning and getting a little bit better. We've got berries running out here. We'll see if those villagers get tasked over to something else. Very quick on the idle villies. Nice check. Looks like no villies standing around on either side, which is pretty impressive. I am often miserable at this. Up to 47 villagers now, still in the feudal age without having clicked up. Interesting, interesting stuff. Oh, and the scout makes it inside, but now is stuck. We'll see if he gets attacked by the villager, and that will probably be the end of the Persian scout. Oh no, I'm sorely mistaken. That TC, however, will do it. Castle Age now, third TC, boom, beginning. Gold mining happening. Just the 2 on gold here against 5. But we've got only now a 6 villager difference. So that second TC and all the booming that the Cuman player was doing really hasn't seemed to have made a significant impact yet. We'll see if those villagers are able to make a difference or if he can make a bigger impact here. It looks like they can only do 1 additional TC. So I kind of feel like the peak time to maximize value for that. Yeah, additional town center or singular can be built in the feudal age. So I kind of feel like he's missed the spike opportunity he had here now that there's 3 TCs on Dargoth's side. So steppe husbandry, light cavalry, steppe lancers, and cavalry archers trained 100% faster, and Cuman mercenaries. Team members can create 5 free elite kip checks per castle. That's kind of neat, especially if they have a lot of castles up. That would be an interesting thing to use. If I have a good partner that's that likes to build castles, or a Frank player, because they could probably maybe use the cavalry archers. I can't even remember if Franks get cavalry archers. I'm sorry, let me pop over to the action here. 2 spears taken out. I want to back that up just a little bit for us, because I'm being a lazy and sloppy caster and missing the action that's happening here. So we do have 1 spearman being chased by 2 spearmen. And we have more spearmen and cavalry kind of coming into this play. That's a lot of health against his little 17, and he will go down without getting a poke in. We've also got nature stepping in and being a little bit of a jerk. Look at that tiger go. I was going to call him Scar, but that would not be accurate, because the Lion King was about lions, not tigers. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a tiger. I was going to be worried it was a jaguar or something, and I was just even further off. More houses going up. Pop is safe on both counts. Wood much heavier now for the Persians. Wheelbarrows in, nothing in terms of from the blacksmith. Yeah, nothing in terms of blacksmith upgrades on either side. 58. Our Cuman player now has more villagers and is still an age ahead. I'm starting to wonder. Oh no, nah, I caught it. Sorry guys, I am paying attention, at least a little bit. All right, coming into now, Persians. I can't remember what the idle TC time was at hitting castle, but pretty good. The amount of time spent in feudal here, I just can't quite understand, and not taking advantage of these wood nooks and things like that. I think I might even have 1 TC after I got an extra 1 on gold and was mining some stone. I'd probably send 1 straight to the back to be like my everything wood TC. Yeah, kind of like that one. Castle going up here, I hope. Yes, yes, yes. And the Cumans, what do we say? That's the Kipchak. Now the Persians have a soft spot in my heart because my dad used to play them as his favorite civ back when I first got into Age of Empires. So I've always always enjoyed getting to see a ton of elephants roll through and crush the enemy. That kind of is why I got into playing archer civs or more infantry civs. And part of why I also never learned to play navy, because he was very good at that. Someday I'm hoping to drag him back into the new DE here, new-ish. All right, we got monks coming out for our Cuman player. He's got 6 scout cavalry out. Still nothing in the way of military for our Persian player, and no blacksmith upgrades still. Looks like resources are getting stored up. I'm guessing he'll be popping to Imperial here fairly quickly. Does have the castle required, monasteries up. What's the other building? Oh, I guess the castle counts as one building as well as being the castle. And these villagers, I have to imagine, are... Wow, how is he getting converted already? That's a lot of range. Oh, he has a little bit of conversion started on him, maybe? Wow. And the villagers not only escape, but none of them die. That's impressive. I expect him to lose at least one. Monkey sneaking away, spearman coming after the monk, grabbing the relic now and gonna get back inside. That has got to be top priority here. Good move though on the outpost. I'd imagine red has some pretty solid visibility. Wow, that's cool. I definitely need to be better about building outposts as it makes a pretty significant impact. And I don't think this military is going to be very effective poking at this wall. This is probably just going to get thrown away here. Look at Red's monk. Oh, how bold of him. Nice little house walls to have our player protected in here, but a siege workshop coming down for the Cuman player, and he's going to try to run with that relic. Ah, spearmen are not able to get shot by the castle. And he is going for the furthest relic first and then sending his monks out. Ah, so it looks like he is probably going to wind up getting all of the relics. Is this a castle being dropped here? It does look like the castle's coming down, but Imperial Age is coming in. We're on 3 TCs back home, and I'm curious, with these resources, the Cuman player could be headed to Imperial at any time they wanted with a little bit of market activity, assuming they have built a market. But that will be an impediment here. I have seen Dargas use the market quite efficiently, and he'll pop into Imperial Age here. Stables going down makes good sense for the Persians. It's going to be 6 stables already, plus a barracks. Smith shop's now working on upgrades. We got conscription coming in too. And all our villagers from mining here have been taken out. Scorpion's going to be working on the houses along with a couple cavalry. And stables are being put up again for this Cuman player. Now the mining camp is coming down, but I don't think we have a lot of excuse me again. Soda's bringing up the bubbles. Man, I love that architecture for the Cumans. That's super cool. Definitely one of the new ones. Oh, so coming forward on the gold. He's picking up the market. This may make a difference because he is definitely getting map control in here. Stables go up. Still using the scout cavalry. And I guess he's got the food to support it. And on the way to Imperial now. The Scorpion's probably going to start to wreak some havoc on our villagers. Be hitting at least 2 at a time, and that will get them off of that stone. The trebuchet here is now working, but I can't see. Ah, okay, working on the castle here, which will, Unless there are enough villagers. Oh yeah, he's got plenty of villagers nearby to repair this castle. Almost a little army of monks. What's that? 7 of them there? And he has 4 of the relics inside his monastery, I presume. Yep. Kind of surprised he hasn't picked that one up, but presume he will. We got cavaliers now, which should clean up most, except we do have camels coming in. So the camels will represent a little bit of a problem. Let's try to actually remember to click on the units and see what they've got. 12 plus 1, armor and attack upgrades. What do the camels have? 6 plus 1 plus 1. And these guys again have plus 1, so they have armor but not all the attack. Am I reading that right? Yes! Okay, testing my knowledge. Got to be ready for this in game when I don't have these handy visual icons up there. Paladin upgrades coming in. Guilds just got done. Guilds is one of those techs that I have to double check. I think it supports unit production, but I'm gonna pull that up right now. Back to the Persians. He has the stone. He's just been working on repairing this castle, and now there's a hole in the wall. I missed. Did they just do that through? Oh, Petards. Boom. Petards are ferocious against walls. I can't remember the exact amount of damage they do. Buildings, 500. Wall and gate is like 900. Yeah, insane. So Petards do the most damage against walls, then buildings. And they hurt siege reasonably effectively. The monks are going to be converting cavaliers. The camels are stopping them. Really effective offense mounted together here. And the one thing, I think there's just the barracks, and I don't know if we've got pikemen, which I think would be the way to go, because there's not any ranged pikemen, and then, yeah, probably just a couple of archers to take out the monks. But this is a ferocious mound of camels. We've got a defensive castle going up, starting to get some real effective use out of the market. Castle goes up. Paladins are being created, 129 villagers against the 97 on the other side. I know we haven't spent a lot of time in the eco of our Cuman player. Looks like he is, I can't tell if he's not reseeding. He does have the auto farm reseed on, but he's taken up a few farms. So it does actually show me he's kind of adjusted his eco to support the food. No, he should have more farms to support what he's building here with all the cavalry. Unless steppe lancers. Nope, most of that should all be food and gold as far as I remember, so that makes sense. Yeah, 30, 30, yep. And now the villager count, of course, is going to be starting to come down from that high. And the paladins are putting on a good show. They've got the full armor. You can see that that armor is coming in for our Cuman player and wasn't quite there. The paladins are showing that strength with their greater attack damage. The cavalry just aren't quite there. What are the scout cavalry going to be getting? 11. Each paladin is going to be rocking 18. Steppe lancers 13. It's a pretty significant difference. I didn't realize just how powerful the paladins were. Solid on the armor. 1.5, base accuracy 100. And I guess that's a little bit of bonus on the archer, or 2 to archer. Okay. Oh, trying to get out to that mining camp. Paladins are going to clean up here. Now I don't know if we'll have enough paladins to, if there will be enough paladins to push back through the castle. And there may be a need for some more siege to make that happen. Going back to the tech tree here, archer line would cost, takes over for the gold cost with the unique tech, war elephant's faster, war elephant, knight +2 versus archers. Start with +50 food and wood, town center, dock, double hit points, work rates faster. Do get halberdiers, hussars, heavy camel, paladin. So it does get bombard, but bombards would be costly and Kind of a high value item to try to manage here in the fight. Looks like taking it to him at the castle, and the castle will go down here. Treb adding some extra support, and there she crumbles. Paladin strength really coming through here. And it's interesting, I wonder if this player, Jodotan, hope I'm pronouncing that right, I'm wondering if he chose not to build any archers because he knew about the knight's bonus attack against archers that the Persian player has. Because I know that's something I would not have been wise enough to plan for, but would show some really solid game knowledge. Let me check on the Cumans just for grins and see what they have archer-wise. Well, they don't get Arbalesters or Imperial. Oh, they do get elite skirmishers. Of course, they don't get Imperial skirmishers, but they do get heavy cav archers. I feel like that would be a weird play for the Cumans. Well, no. No cavalry archers. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be weird to see him running with cavalry archers. But obviously not the right play against a Persian. Wow, nicely done, and that is the victory. So just pushing back against the castle drop there has gotten the other player to resign. Wild. I did not think that we would see our Cuman friend resign here that quickly. It seems like he's got a siege workshop up here. Yeah, maybe didn't do a ton with it. Um, had map awareness, had the gold, had the relics, the resources through the roof. That's kind of surprised he resigned there, but hey, weirder things have happened. Um, all right, well, what about? Did he have the ability? Yeah, he could have made halberdiers, gets squires, gets arson, also gets champions. I mean, they already used their camel riders. They didn't get heavy camel riders, but I guess they figured that if it became an Imperial Age battle, they wouldn't be able to hang. Who knew? Floating resources were a little bit lower for my buddy here. 83 villagers, high on the paladins. Very solid. Lower actions per minute, but not a real big deal. Let's check out those stats and see how the game went down. Military, better played for our Persian friend. Same with, well, I guess straight across, a little bit more efficiently played here. KD of 1.39, buildings pretty effective there, 14 conversions just for our red player. Also did really well with those relics, getting them picked up. If the game went longer, that would have made a big difference, or could have. Tech's pretty consistent here. Big time gap. Um, there's a time where I think if our Persian player would have boomed straight to Imperial, could have had trebuchets hitting feudal age town centers there for a minute. That would have been wild. Little flux in society and APMs actually played much higher earlier for the Cuman player, but it almost looks like they did their little push and just got um, a little dejected that it didn't quite work out. So great game, both Jodotan and Darga. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to cast this one. Really enjoying doing this. So of course, if anybody else has games, wants me to check them out, send them over. Would love to. I'll have more of these coming soon. This is Bo the Potato. I'm out, and we'll catch you guys at the next one here soon. Adios.